Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Grand Swing YouTube video. Today, we're going to be talking about our new feature in our switches, called stacking. Now, you might be asking, what is stacking and how can I help you? So, let's put an example for that. Let's say that in your company you have around 8 to 10 or 20 switches that you have to configure. Now, which would be the best solution for you? Configure one by one, or in this case, group them, maybe 2, 3, 4 switches, and in this case, in just one web interface, configure all of them. In this case, stacking allows us to do that just by grouping the switch in about 2, 3, or 4 together and configure all that we need in just one web interface. For the stacking feature, we have two architectures to follow. The first one being the chain architecture. In this case, from stack port 1, from stack port 2 will be the connection, and we also have the ring connection. How is the ring architecture in this case? The stack port 1 will also go to the stack port 2, but in the below switch, you have to connect the stack port 1 to the stack port 2 of the upper switch. In this case, these are the two architectures available for this. As right now we know what stack need, let's configure it. Right now, on my right, I have two switches, one with IP76 and one with IP171. The 76 is the bottom switch and the 171 is the up switch. So let's configure the stacking. First, we need to go to switching for basic settings, and in this case, as I know that this is going to be the one that is on top of the other, we'll go here to the second page, and the most important part, we need to use the SFP plus ports for this implementation. So I will go with port 11, disable, and I will do the same for port 12. Now, in the switch that's going to be below of the switch 171, go to switching for basic settings, and I will use port 9 and 10. Here, port 9, disable, and port 10, disable. After disable both ports, I will go to the stack feature, stack settings. In here, as you can see, I have the stack configuration. Right now, I'm going to start with the bottom switch. First, we enable the stack option. Second, we have to put a device ID. This device ID will allow you to know in which switch are you working right now. So I will leave this as 1. Priority is the higher the ID in this case, the higher the priority. This is for the stacking stuff. So I will leave it to 1. Now, most important part, I have a stack port 1 and a stack port 2. As right now I'm using two switch for this implementation, I need to select which switch will have the stack port 1 and the stack port 2. Right now, in the below switch, I will put the stack port 2, the ports that I just released, that is going to be the 9 and 10. I will press OK. And after that, I will have to press save and reboot. But first, we'll go to the 171 switch, and to put here stack setting, enable the stack, device ID, let's put 2, and stack port will be in the case stack port 1, 11, and 12. This is very important because the switches you cannot connect the switches in the same stack port. One have the stack port 1, the other have to have the stack port 2. After that, I press save, both switch, and now we will have to reboot it. Now that we have configured the stacking to the web GUI, let's do it now through the console. I will do in this case the up switch. So first, I will go and put config, stack enable, and for that, now I will put the stack ID. So I put stack member 1 number, and leave it as 1 for this case. Yes, I go to exit and press save. In this case, I have put in the number ID the 2, I will have to reboot the switches to make effect. As it is 1, we won't do the reboot. Now I go to config again, stack member, I put the member ID, in this case it would be 1. I put now the priority, and here I can put a value between 1 and 255. In this case, we'll leave it as 1. After that, right now I have to disable the ports that I'm going to use for the stacking. So I need to put interface, Ethernet member ID, in this case ones, and 0, and in this case I will use the 2 of the back bar of the switch, that would be the 12 and 11. 12. Now that I'm in the port, we'll put shutdown. After putting shutdown, I will press exit, and I will do the same for the other port, 11 in this case. Shutdown. After shutdown both ports, exit, and I put interface, stack port, and now I have to put the member ID. In this case, the device ID that I'm using is 1. 1, 1. Now in the stack port configuration. So I put port, interface, Ethernet, member ID, that in this case will be 1, 0, 12, and enable. Right now, my port 12 is enabled for the stack. I have to do the same for the other port, that should be 11 in this case. As you can see right now, the stack port only is available for 10 gig fiber modules. Right now, my up switch is ready to configure to the stack. In this case, if you want to do the bottom switch, in this case you have that in the device ID, you need to put the 2 and reboot the switch to make effect. As you can see right now, both switches have the LED in yellow, that's meaning they're waiting for stacking. In this case, the implementation and the architecture that we're going to follow this will be the chain architecture. So I will take the port 11 of the first switch and will connect it to the port 9 of the second switch. Sorry for that. Now I will connect the port 12 to port 10 on the second switch. Okay, as you can see right now, this will be the chain architecture. If I want to do the ring, I will also have to take these ports and this port and do the connection between them. So right now we have to wait to reboot the switch and they will get the stacking feed. After connecting both switches, I will reboot them. So we go to admin, reboot, reboot, admin, reboot, and reboot. Now, after pressing reboot, we'll have to wait till both switches get back online. After they get back online, one will be the main stack switch and the other will be the secondary. After both switches stop rebooting, as you can see, right now I have the one below the 7.6 as the stack master and the one above 171 is the secondary stack. As you can see right now, I can see the restore status of both switch in device 1 local, device 2 second switch. Also I can see here in the port info, I can check who is the device 1 local. I can see all the ports. In this case, as I said before, the 7.6 is my master stack switch, and the device 2 I have all the information. In this case, let's see some configuration, for example, the port basic setting. Now I can see all the ports that I have for the switch. Here I have more switch. I could have here ID 3, ID 4 for the port statistic. As you can see here, I have all the statistics from all the ports, the negotiation, the data, all of that. The VLAN, for example, let's say that we're going to change this VLAN. You can see I have for the device 1 all the ports, and for device 2 all the ports, also the lag ports. And the most important part here in stack, if I go here to stack info, I can see who is the primary stack, in this case device 1, and the secondary. Like here you can see the stack port that I'm using, the 11, the 12, and the 910. So that will be all for this video. In case you enjoyed it, please press the like button and leave a comment. See you soon.